Tracy. I guess that's what we're going to call this. I hope you guys are all having a great start to your week. First, this is kind of my first real official hi, this is what I'm doing video, so I'm going to explain a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Ohio and moved to Kentucky when I went to college. I graduated with my bachelor's and master's in psychology, whatever. While I was in school, while I was in college, I met my husband. Some of you may know him from We Like Firefighting. But we met while we were in college, and he's pretty good guy. Most of the time. Sometimes he's a pain in the butt, but you know, I probably am too, so that's okay. We're kind of new to this YouTube thing. It's kind of something he's been wanting to play around with a little bit, and like I said, he posts a lot about on the main channel that we have, that We Like Firefighting. So sometimes we'll have firefighting content there. Sometimes we'll have, you know, whatever things they may get into at the fire department, whether it's working on gear, whatnot, whatever. But this is kind of just going to be a little bit of day-to-day stuff. Probably going to get more of me, I guess, on here. Since I'm not officially a firefighter, but it's okay. But his channel will be linked below, so if you want to check that out, check below. As for me, myself, like I said, kind of just random activities, and maybe if I buy something new, I might show it to you. That's kind of what we're doing today. We tried out a new website, but we'll get into that in a minute. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I typically am okay talking in front of people. That's not a big issue for me, but when it comes to the typical girly feminine stuff, not too great at it. Fashion, not my forte. So you may get a little bit of that on here, and if it seems a little bit awkward, that's because it probably is. So maybe you might get a good laugh out of that. We'll see how it goes. Some of that, you know, as I get a little bit older, I'm not exactly as young as I used to be. I know I need to be a little bit more aware of my skincare needs. So, like the video I posted last week was a face mask. So you may get more along skincare maybe if I do any of that stuff. But otherwise, it's probably just going to be random, whatever I'm getting into, whatever we get into, shenanigans or whatnot. So needless to say, this is going to be a learning experience. If you like something, let us know. If you don't, cool, let us know that too. But if you do like, do the like, subscribe, comment, let us know. Cool? Okay, so that being said, where I do work in a semi-professional environment, I work at a community mental health center. To an extent, I have to dress professionally. Like I said, fashion has never really been my forte, and where we live, there's not really your typical major retailers. You'd have to drive like an hour and a half sometimes to get to those type of retailers if you needed something specific. So you're typically limited to internet or travel. That being said, like I said, we've got something that we purchased recently. We found a website called thredUP. It's like a second chance website. So some people might call that a second chance store. Some people might call that a thrift store. Whatever the case may be, it kind of has some higher end products lines. I'll get into what I've got here that we purchased, just to let you know here in a minute. But you can get some pretty expensive things, some pretty high-end things for next to nothing, really. So it may be worth looking into, so that's what we're going to do here. Go over, see what I've got, see how it turned out, and see if maybe it's worth looking into. So, we figured, like I said, since it's a second chance kind of thing, it may be worth the risk. I haven't bought from them before, so like I said, we'll see what we figure, see if it's worth anything. but their reviews did seem to be pretty positive, so I figured it was worth the risk. So to start out with, I got mainly a top and a bottom here. They don't really match to each other, but we'll see how they turn out. The top is just going to be a basic straplet or strappy top, and it's comfy. I'm all about the comfy. The pants always kind of seem like a gamble when you buy online, unless it's something that you've already tried before. These obviously, once I tell you what they are, is not something I have ever tried on before. So we'll see how they work. So what I've got here is a silk top. It is a Mara Hoffman sleeveless. It's a strappy, like a spaghetti strap, but it's a sleeveless. I'm gonna try to make sure I don't cut anything here. The pants are a little different. They're a Giorgio Armani wool pant. So we'll see how that turns out. So they're actually really light. So that's our pant. And then the top here, get that out of there, is a silk top. Like I said, Maria Hoffman sleeveless, Giorgio Armani wool. So I'm gonna go try these on, see how they work, and then when I come back with them tried on, I will give you the rundown of what they are and kind of some thoughts on them. Sound cool? All right, I will be right back. I'm gonna do bottoms first again. All right, guys, here we go. Threw a jacket on with this because honestly, where it's strapless the way, or strapped the way it is, a little bit of a bra issue, but I figured I would show it to you this way because it's probably how I would likely wear it anyway. But yeah, we'll get into the top later. So, here's the pants. Like I said, they are a Giorgio Armani wool pant. I'll be honest with you, really super light. Not at all what I expected when it said wool pant. These are probably more comfortable and more breathable feeling than most of my work dress pants that I have already. So the butt's a little bit weird. No pockets. No pockets at all. So that is a bit of a turn off for me because I like my pockets. But I do like the leg. I like a wider leg. Anyone who's ever had any discussion with me on clothing and pants knows that I cannot stand a straight leg or a narrow ankle. I feel like my ankles are suffocating. That's just me. Whatever. But yeah, these, like I said, when we got them, when we looked at them, when we found them, we figured even though it was something different than what we normally would get, normally I would wear, figured it was worth the risk because these retail, yes, they're secondhand, but these new retail for about $1,100. So $1,100. We paid $42. Figure that's probably worth the chance because even if I got them and they didn't fit, or even if I got them and I didn't like them, you got eBay, you got all sorts of other options out there, or thredUP is actually a site that you can resell. So if you have anything laying around your house, say that's even not like your major, high-end brands, if you've got like your Nike, your Under Armour, things like that, some of that stuff is still on there. We found some North Face. They've got purses. There was like Coach and Michael Kors and those sort of things were on there too. So yeah, if you want to, give it a look. But back to what I've got. The top, like I said, real quick on the bottoms. With thredUP, they are going to put the original sizes on there. They do have size conversion charts that you can kind of look at a little bit. With these, anyone who's ever bought women's clothing can tell you women's clothing sizes are really bizarre. So you've got in American, in the US, you've got women's, you've got juniors, you've got ladies, you've got petite, you've got all sorts of different sizing options. Then you go over to like your European sizes, completely different. They're sized more similar to how men's clothes are sized. And then like these were even a little bit different than that. So it was a little bit funky trying to figure out my exact size. Honestly, we kind of sized it like they were guys' pants and guesstimated. On these, I'm thinking part of it may be, well, they're metric. So instead of, you know, guys typically you see in inches as far as their sizing on clothes and pants, the inseams and whatnot, I think it may be centimeters. Not exactly sure. So that may be worth a little bit more looking into if you're worried more specifically about sizing. So double check, triple check that if you're concerned. We looked into a little bit, guesstimated, and honestly, they fit pretty good. So they are a little bit high-waisted. I have an abnormally high belly button, so not an alien, promise, it's there. But the way they droop, the way the cut is, they fit all right. Okay, so onto the top. Like I said, a little bit of an issue with the bra. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off so you can see the top itself. Honestly, I looked around at the different bras I had, and I don't really have one that would fit great with this regardless. So I said, well, you know what, this will work. Because it's really about the shirt, not about anything else. So this, like I said, is a Maria Hoffman strapped sleeveless top. It's a mint and brown, which I'm told goes good with my hair and my eyes. I don't know, that's a Jimmy thing, you'd have to ask him. But we ended up paying like 30 bucks. I think it was like 29, 30 bucks for the shirt. It's full silk. So it's really, really soft. But it would typically be about $147, $150, somewhere around there for this shirt new. So again, yes, it's secondhand, but there are no real issues with it that we've seen. No discoloration, no thread pulling on either piece. It is a little bit different. Honestly, it may be something, it's got a band here, so it's fairly low cut. This may actually be intended, honestly, to be worn without a bra. So I may try that later, I don't know. But I'm not exactly a small-chested woman, so wasn't exactly confident enough, I'll be honest with you, to do that on video right away. But it is adjustable. It's got an adjustable strap there on that too. So if you are really brazen and wanted to wear it even lower, that also is an option. More than likely, what I would probably do if I were going to wear this out somewhere is probably, based on the style, best bet would be an adhesive. Not tried those, so that may be something that I have to do. Alright, so I figured I'd be brave and I'd try it, and so yeah, probably intended to be worn without anything underneath of it. So personally, I probably would still get a tapey or whatever you want to call them for just a little bit of support, but personally that's because I'm not exactly small. I'm a little bit larger up top. So that would be me personally. So like I said, though, this is something that we got fairly inexpensively, so it's worth looking into. So again, if anybody wants the information, like I said, thredUP, is where this stuff came from. They not only sell brand names, as far as like if you wanted to find something, I think we were looking, they've got North Face stuff, you know, they've got like obviously, you know, my Giorgio Armani pants, but they've got all sorts of different brands, and you can search by whatever brand you want to look at, and then by size, and it'll show you what they have available. And it's something that you can go back and look, because you know, on a semi-regular occasion, because like most secondhand stores, it's based on what gets sent in. That being said, if you've got some stuff sitting in your house that's, say, a higher end brand, and you want to check it out, or you know, you want to check out and see what you could get for it, maybe worth looking around on there, maybe worth sending in, because that's how they get this stuff, as people request, you know, a package thing, and they send that stuff in, and it's then sold. So they get a percentage of it, obviously, but it's probably more than you might get, you know, just dropping it off at Goodwill or whatever, taking it for a tax donation, which is what, you know, sometimes people end up doing. So maybe worth looking into for that. Like I said, they also have purses and things like that. So we found Coach, we found Michael Kors, all sorts of different brands were available on there. So check it out. If you liked this video, you know, give us a comment, like, share, subscribe. Hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit of content here and there posted. If there's something specifically that you thought we did well, especially as we keep going with this, let us know. Not exactly sure which direction we're going to go with this channel. So if you got something that you think we might do well, shoot us a comment. We might be, you know, willing to look into it, consider it. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're all doing well, and talk to you later.